up, me little sugar buggers? Welcome back to the channel for the very first gameplay episode on paranormal stuff. Before we dive into the gameplay, I wanted to go ahead and read off the welcome card just to get a little more familiar on the pack. Meet ghastly roommates. Your new to you home might be home to someone else too, if it's one of those new haunted house lots. Expect visitors. Cuteness will absolutely get them everywhere. Appease mischievous specters to relax in serenity or let them run amok for scares day and night. Cleanse your home. Gildry the Ghost is happy to advise you. Remove accursed objects, perform a seance, commune with the dead, and receive gifts from specters. You can even summon Bonehilda, the skeletal maid. Calm the spirits, master the medium skill, and impress Gildry to get a paranormal investigator license. With a mysterious activity on the rise, it is up to your sim to put a stop to it. And that is where our story will begin. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you, because there is just so much detail that goes into the backstory behind this particular sim, Miss Norma Tate. Thanks to you guys, and thanks to Chrysanthemum. I actually took in your suggestion and kind of threw my own little spin together to really give a tailor-made backstory to Miss Norma Tate. And believe it or not, I would actually almost dare to say that the backstory is actually more focused around the house, believe it or not. So again, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Chrysanthemum, and I'll talk more about how her comment influenced this storyline a little bit later on. So right now, Norma is feeling really angry. Ever since she was a child, really strange things have been happening to her, right? Well, one of the things about Norma is that she was actually raised by her maternal grandmother, Harriet Tate, and every single Sunday, Harriet would take Norma to the flea festival or the flea market in San Myshuno, and they would like shop amongst the antiques and kind of like make up stories about how they were, or how they ended up there, and like who owned them before. Well, one day, Norma, she came across a doll, right? And she was like really drawn to this doll. And she begged her grandmother Harriet to purchase it for her, and reluctantly she did. And then ever since then, Norma was like really infatuated with this damn doll. She would even have elaborate stories of like how the doll would like tell her to steal cookies or pinch her grandmother or just do really naughty things, right? And honestly, it got on Harriet's freaking damn nerves, but she supported her granddaughter's love for this doll. Well, eventually, Harriet and Norma, they left the city. She was actually born in San Myshuno, hence why they always went to the flea market. One day, Harriet actually found a really good deal on this house. It was kind of like a fixer-upper in Brindleton Bay. And even though she really didn't have a lot of money, she was raising Norma on her own, she decided to splurge and kind of give them a more solid foundation, a good place for Norma to grow up. Unfortunately, all hell broke loose, quite honestly. Weird things started to happen. They were already kind of happening before, but very similarly to the gravitational pull that Norma felt towards that doll, Harriet felt compelled to buy this house. Like, it was too good to be true. Well, Norma grew up in this house, and really odd things would happen. Her blankets would get pulled off of her in the middle of the night. Her nightlight would get turned off, and eventually Harriet threw the doll away. Like, Harriet tossed the doll. Couldn't be found. She was over it. She swore up and down it was the doll, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And, basically, when Norma grew up, she was able to leave the house and go on her own, and she's kind of been this free spirit, and she's never really forgotten the things that had happened to her back when she was a kid, especially all those paranormal instances when she lived in that house, and it's kind of always stuck with her. Like, she never was able to come up with a logical reason why those things happened, and also she still believes to this day that doll was talking to her, like, you know? So it's kind of an interesting story, and the home itself actually has a backstory. I'm kind of tempted to make you guys watch the build so that you could get the details on the backstory of the home. I don't want to give too much away because I think that that's kind of fun for you guys to like figure it all out, but that's where I'm gonna leave it. Today is Monday. It's 8:30. Norma is just kind of going about her business. She is a little hungry. I thought she made herself a grilled cheese, but she decided to like leave it there. Oh, she just made eggs and toast. So we're gonna go ahead and eat this eggs and toast. So Norma, okay, obviously feels like she is like a medium, right? She like has some sort of touch with the underworld, I guess you could say, hence why she has a seance table here. But something really strange happened today. Her grandmother passed away about 2 years ago, and the estate obviously went into foreclosure, but somehow, some way, the house actually got passed on to Norma, and she just received the deed in the mail. Now, Norma loves living in her little trailer in Strangerville. She really does. It's everything that she needs. But something inside is compelling her to move into that house and get down to the bottom of her grandmother's disappearance because they never found her body. Anyway, her grandmother, Harriet, was an amazing, incredible woman. This is what she looks like. A little more later in her life, as you guys can tell. But there's young Norma and her grandmother in San Myshuno. And oh my God, their bond was beautiful. So she's kind of been sitting here tantalizing with the idea if she's going to accept the deed or she's just going to sell the house and, maybe buy something a little bit different. But Norma's a very curious sim. Even though she's curious, she's also super freaking paranoid. Like, I'm not even joking. I would show you if I could, but your girl doesn't know how to navigate traits and stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to see them here in a moment. She's a little paranoid. Obviously, I would be too. Growing up like that, always having to feel like you have to look over your shoulder, that would definitely make me think twice. So Norma, she's going to sleep on it. As scared as Norma is to embark on this journey and the quest for answers, I think she's actually going to do the right thing here and try to figure out what the heck happened to her grandmother. In her heart, she's accepted the fact that, Harriet is probably no longer with us, but that curiosity that is ticking in the back of her brain just won't shut up. Even though last night was horrific, to say the least. She had so many memories and dreams and recollecting thoughts of what happened to her as a child. She feels like she needs to go and get those damn answers. So she's making herself some eggs and toast. Apparently that's her favorite meal, or that's the only thing she knows how to cook. But we do need to pack a couple items to take with us on our journey. So I'm thinking we're going to take the seance table to obviously be able to connect with the spirits on the other side. We do need some good physical objects to be able to talk to our grandmother or hopefully communicate with her spirit. We'll grab the photos off the wall. I know this might sound a little pretentious, but Norma here is a sucker for a hang-dried nightie, so we're probably going to bring in her Model T clothesline. Yes, Norma's that girl. And then maybe even put in her wash tub and probably bring her violets or blue flower arranging table because she I don't know. She's probably overpacking, to be honest with you, but we don't want to be bored, right? Okay, we'll keep a mind off of all the, unhappy haunts with flower arranging and washing her clothes and hanging them on the clothesline. So right after she finishes up breakfast, we will head on over to the estate. In 1968, Claude Gildry and his wife Clara discovered they were expecting a daughter. Surprised and excited, they decided to move from their small home in Delsel Valley to the countryside of Brindleton Bay. Discovering an affordable craftsman cottage at their price range was a blessing, so they thought. Everything started off fine until one summer, while playing outside, their daughter Tabitha discovered a doll in the backyard. It started off as mysterious flickering lights, items missing, voices, and much more. Their dream home quickly became their worst nightmare. The event sparked Claude's interest in paranormal activity, where he quickly found something very bad happened here. Unfortunately for the Gildrys, this home wanted its secrets taken to the grave. Norma has just arrived at the estate and she is feeling completely terrified right now. Understandably so. It is a freaking ish show outside with the rain, the thunder, the lightning, and also kind of being in the middle of the forest. She is feeling the brand new emotion, scared, and I love it. What am I doing out here? Norma is caught outside in a terrifying thunderstorm. In addition to Norma totally freaking out right now and wanting to hide under the covers, she can actually go here. Like, I love the hesitation in this interaction, and it's all a part of this scared emotion. I'm really excited to see this in the future and kind of kind of discover how it unfolds. So this is the casita. If you guys watch the speed build, then you probably already know how creepy it is. And if you're wondering what this little like blob is right here, it's a decal. And to be honest with you guys, it's kind of like an eyesore. I didn't realize you would be able to like see it, even though it's transparent. You can still kind of see it here on the wall. Wait, hold on a second. What's happening? Why is there a fire under her bottom? Oh my god, she's taking an angry poo. Wait, hold up. Flames come out of your butt when you take an angry poo? Anybody else never noticed that before? That was bizarre. So did the lights like turn off, or did she turn them off? I'm really confused right now. So we're going to end the welcome wagon early because Norma is not in the mood for guests. We're going to turn back on the lights. And I'm noticing over here, she is immediately feeling angry, and it says voodoo pain. Ouch! It's like that pins and needles feeling when your foot is asleep, but all over at random with white hot poker. Let's get out of the imaginary happenings of our storyline for a hot second, and let's take a little peek in build mode. I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys the brand new haunted house residential lot. There is something special about this place. While living in a haunted house adds an extra bit of risk, it's not without its rewards. Just a fair warning, things are gonna get weird. Good luck. Heading on over to the traits panel, you guys will see the traits that I've got ahead and added here today. I've got creepy crawlies, cursed, and then I also added in spooky because I felt like all of these traits were kind of appropriate for this particular lot type. I don't know if there is any other traits specific to the haunted house lot. I'm not seeing any here, but if you guys notice anything, feel free to like shout it out in the comments, you know, just to make sure everybody understands that Jen is not the best at paying attention. But I feel like that is about it. Now, I do remember we packed up a few things before we decided to leave, and for whatever reason, we've got a lot of stuff in our inventory right now, so just totally disregard that. I have no clue why that is. But I wanted to go upstairs really fast. I probably should have showed you the house. I guess I could have done that first, but I'll give you guys a little tour here in a moment. But up in the second floor, there originally was a chess table when I built this house. I would like to go in and add Harriet's, not Harriet, I'm calling her Harriet now, Norma's seance table, so that we can kind of get a kickstart, a little feel, if you will, for the ghosts and ghouls that reside here, or like the specters or whatever they're called. All right, cool. So now also we did have a couple photos which I would like to place maybe in Norma's room. We could put one above the end table here, and then we'll also go ahead and add in the other one to the other end table, or above the other end table. And then I do believe there was a computer that we had as well, but it does look, surprisingly enough, like Harriet's old computer is alive and well. So I guess we could leave that for now. I could place our little, whatchamacallit, floral arranging table outside. I think that would look kind of nice. Maybe actually above the hose, even though that could get in the way. I'm not sure where else I would like to put it. Maybe up here? Would that fit? I don't know if this is actually, oh, I think I just deleted it. I don't know if that would work over here. Ooh, it fits perfectly. I love that. Okay, awesome. And then I guess this potted plant can go over here. Do we like that? Okay. You're like, actually, I hate it, Jen. And then I'm just like continuing on with my business. Now, I do feel like we had a couple other things that we need to place down. I feel like this happened. Wait, why is the lot like that? Like, this is not supposed to, I don't know why the terrain's all messed up. I'll probably fix it later. And I say probably because you know me, I won't. But I wanted to grab a couple other things. The Model T clothesline. Let me just put that there. And then we're also going to throw in the wash tub, which leads me to believe that we're probably going to need a hamper as well. So for this gameplay, don't expect a full-fledged in-depth LP. Even though I've given you guys this elaborate story, I know that's not fair to say, but if you really wanted it to continue on with Norma's experience in this haunted house and kind of finish the storyline for yourselves, they are available on the gallery at Gen 2606. And yeah, you guys can kind of continue on with Norma Tate's journey. So we're back downstairs, we're watching TV. I love how I told you guys in the past she's not much of a big TV watcher, but at the moment, I guess just to keep her mind off of everything she is. So I'm gonna have her come up here and we are going to sense spiritual vitality, sense how haunted the lot currently is. And while she is working on her medium skill, which she literally has none of, by the way, I'll give you guys a little house tour, even though I'm pretty sure by now you've seen it, but I'm still gonna do it just to kind of explain a couple things because, you know, why not? But first I want to watch her. Ooh, she's getting all spooky on me. She's doing the oogly googlies. I don't even know what's happening, but these candles in the back are kind of freaking me out. You can light the sacred candle. I wonder if she should do that, but look at these flames, and who the hell is that? Like, is that Harriet? Wait, that's a child, but it also looks like a family. That is creepy. I've got chills. I've got freaking chills. Norma detects some very happy haunts. The living and the dead are coexisting in harmony. Well done. Specters will be friendly. Paranormal activity is reduced. After that reading, Norma is starting to feel like there is absolutely nothing to worry about, and maybe what happened to her grandmother really isn't much of a mystery at all. It's kind of hard to say at this point because, again, like, she isn't that experienced with doing her like medium readings and all that jazz, but hopefully after time we'll get some more answers. Right now we are actually creating a chrysanthemum I guess floral arrangement, which is very odd because well, it's not odd, but it's coincidental because the person who basically inspired this whole storyline, her username was chrysanthemum. So we're gonna have her kind of settle in, do her daily routine, and just watch as things unfold, because to be honest with you, all jokes aside, I really don't know what the hell is supposed to happen next. So we ended up finishing this floral arrangement, which I kind of want to put on the counter here. We'll play around with it a little bit. We're gonna add a little vase. We're do a bird nest vase because I feel like that would be very fitting for just kind of like the theme of the house. And she is currently eating some cheese crackers. Norma is not much of the cook, as you guys can see. Maybe we'll have her work on that a little bit as well. At the moment, she is feeling in dire need of some social interaction, which is sad. I mean, I don't know why though, because like we just moved in, you know, but I guess because we haven't really talked to anybody for 2 days, that kind of makes sense. So maybe we could come up here and commune with the departed. How about that? Because, you know, maybe that will raise her social. But I kind of want her to come over here and light the sacred candles first to really set the ambiance. So she is lighting them and the flames are black. This is giving me huge hocus pocus vibes and also a moodlet. Sacred protection. From being near a sacred candle, Sims near sacred candles are protected from the harmful effects of a haunted house, and their fear levels will decrease gradually too. That typo, y'all, was throwing me for a freaking loop-de-loop. I was seriously like thinking I was tripping there for a second because I was like, did they really just like, I don't even know. I'm not even here to complain. Anyways, long story short, let's have Norma commune with the departed. Speak with the dearly departed. Maybe they'll offer some wisdom. hopefully, maybe we'll even be able to reach Harriet, fingers freaking crossed. Also, side note, if you noticed the energy in my voice kind of changed a little bit, that is because my boyfriend's home and he's actually taking a shower right now. You might be able to hear him singing to the weekend. I'm not 100% sure. He could probably hear me talking to myself. It's definitely a moment, and I'm feeling a little anxious, to be honest. I hate recording in front of people. But hold on a second. I'm actually noticing what appears to be, what I thought was, hold on, that almost looks like Harriet, to be honest with you. I was noticing some different faces here, but these animations, you guys, I am living for it. All right, so it is about 6 p.m. and nothing, wait, hold on. Oh my God, the freaking lights are flickering, you guys. Do you see that? That is so cool. That is so freaking cool. That is so cool. I have never, ever experienced anything quite like it.
What? Who are you? What is this? Hello? Is this some kind of unsolicited call? What if I came to your house and started banging on your door? Go welcome wagon some other ghost. I'm not interested.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's safe to say that definitely was not Harriet, and those ghosts are pretty damn freaking sassy. I'm also noticing we have an angry moodlet, and it says, ghosts are jerks. Maybe they're better off dead. God, that was really deep, Norma. That was super freaking heavy. Whew. Okay, so other than some flickering lights, honestly, that could just be like a wire shortage because the home's been sitting pretty much unoccupied for quite a while now. And to be honest with you, that's kind of expected. And also, we're having a pretty heavy rainstorm at the moment. I'm wondering when some things are going to actually start taking place. Now, I don't know if you guys, if we ended up actually purchasing some seed packets, but I think I'm going to have Norma come over here and maybe plant a few just while we wait for some some action. So we've got a couple holly seeds. We're gonna plant those, or flowers, I guess. And then I was kind of hoping for something a little more valuable, but I really do like holly a lot. It's actually one of Norma's favorite flowers because it was her grandmother's favorite flower. So we're gonna go and plant those in the meantime. Norma is trying to preoccupy her brain with a little television, and I noticed this glowing leech outside, and I think this is an angry specter. I don't know what we can do, but we're going to actually come over here and watch the specter because as she's watching TV, conveniently enough, she's noticing this little like glow of light. It originally started off like this guy over here, kind of innocent, but red, obviously a little agitated, and then all of a sudden it just went into this full-fledged like crazy looking ghost thingamajigger. So let's have Norma turn off the lights. Also, before he made his appearance, he's really cute though, like super cute. I don't know what he's spitting out here, but oh my God, his breath is stinky. So she's starting to kind of feel like she's in disbelief a little bit because she really can't even believe what is in front of her eyes at the moment. We're going to attempt to communicate with the specter, establish a good rapport with the specter, or at least try to. You can see the fury in its eyes. It is probably best to stay far away from this one. It seems to be planning something diabolical. Big word. Let's go and attempt to communicate. Our lights are off again, and I'm kind of wondering, I don't know if you guys noticed, but also it looks like a little like blue haze. I'm thinking it could be because of the lot traits, which definitely adds to the haunted effect. But I'm also really curious to know if it is, or it's hold on a second, game pack itself. Wait a minute. Welcome. In a cruel twist of fate, you've ended up in a haunted house, possibly by the hands of some malevolent mastermind controlling your every action. Maybe make the most of it. Surely there's a good reason to be here. Malevolent mastermind. Norma never really thought of it that way. What if it has to do with that damn doll she found as a child? Interesting. We have two options. I can handle this, and why am I here again? You know what? We've obviously made the decision to handle it, so I'm going to have her go and select the first option. You're feeling somewhat courageous. Any rational mind would be afraid, but hey, you do you. Ready for anything. Norma is very optimistic about their haunted house adventure. After communing with the ghost a little bit, he ended up not being afraid or intimidated by Norma's presence at all. In fact, he was angry because he was confused why after all this time anybody was here and wanted to scare her off to protect her in some weird way. So she actually did end up getting a relationship with this ghost, so it seemed like a little plus sign ended up happening. I did want to take a quick little peek at the medium skill just to see what it's about. Hone your spiritual power. Sims embarking on this journey will eventually be able to do things like summon the dead or host their own seance with other Sims. The medium skill is increased by using the interactions on the seance table. Anyways, you guys, I know you're probably gonna kill me, but I feel like this is a really good place to stop the first part. I'm actually really intrigued to see where this goes. Believe it or not, I didn't think I would be this freaking excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed the very first part of our gameplay. Keep in mind, this isn't going to be an LP. It's just going to be like a little mini series gameplay session just to kind of see where the brand new stuff pack takes us. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, guys.